Hello everyone, welcome back, and in today's video I'm showing you this wonderfully impressive Imperial Electric 990 typewriter. This machine is absolutely huge. However, it's not actually an Imperial typewriter, it's a rebadged version of the Adler 131 electric office standard typewriter. This particular typewriter has an 18-inch wide carriage. So removing the lid, the first thing you'll notice is it has two ribbon systems. So it has both a carbon film ribbon, which is on the right here, and an ink ribbon. This is the carbon spool, which is loaded into this mechanism on the right-hand side, and this then slides back down into the typewriter. We have two paper rests with page end indicators on them. Again, the reason there's two on this carriage is because of the extra large width of this particular machine. We have the line finder mechanism here. We have the line spacing. This machine has single and a half and double line spacing. And we have two carriage release buttons, either end for convenience. And on the left-hand platen knob there is a plunger which allows for variable line spacing. On the left-hand side here is a cartridge which comes out of the machine, and this is the take-up spool for the used section of the carbon film ribbon. This then just simply drops back down into the mechanism. This red button is a manual feed for the carbon film ribbon. I particularly like these dust shields here, which help to keep any debris or erasure crumbs out of the typewriter segment. So in addition to the electric spacing, the machine also has a half spacing feature, common to quite a number of German typewriters. And within the control, on the left is the tab clear and on the right the power control. We have two dials, and if I lift the machine up I'm going to show you the location of these. They're actually hidden underneath the typewriter in two cutouts. On the left is the ribbon control and on the right is the impression control. So here on the left we have black, red, carbon and stencil position. So this is the black portion of the nylon ink ribbon. Now switching over to the carbon film, you'll see it has a second ribbon vibrator that holds the ribbon separately that just pops up. Text is much finer and sharper in the carbon film, and the red nylon ink ribbon position. And on the right here is the impression control I mentioned. So it has various positions, 1, 1.5, carbon, and it goes in steps and stages, so you can actually get half points between them for very precise pressure adjustment of the type bars against the paper. In addition to this, we have a carbon copy control adjuster. So according to the number of carbon copies required, moving this dial to the left hand side of the carriage actually moves the carriage either further away or nearer to the striking point of the machine. So you can see that it's actually slightly twisting the left hand side of the carriage so that it can be adjusted for different depths of typing work. The motor in this machine is particularly smooth, and it's certainly a very powerful typewriter. Everything operates with precision. There is a feeling of robustness and durability to this typewriter, very typical of the German engineered machines. I particularly like the smooth carriage return on this machine. This is aided by the fact that in the carriage is an air brake system which cushions the carriage return when it's returning to the left-hand margin. The key action is very light and rapid on this machine. The Adler electric typewriters utilise the power roll system rather than the fluted shaft, and fortunately on this machine the power roll is in excellent condition and it is performing flawlessly. It certainly does feel a smoother and more rapid typing experience using this machine. The keyboard is very well laid out with all controls within easy reach of the fingertips. You don't need to remove your hands from the home position of the keyboard in order to operate any of the typing functions. Some typewriters have the tabulator or the margin release as separate keys outside of the immediate keyboard area. However, Adler have very thoughtfully designed the keyboard so that all of these functions and operations are within reach of the fingertips when typing. As with nearly all the German typewriters, this machine was built to work hard and it was built to last. I've no doubt that this machine could keep up with 7 to 10 hours a day typing 7 days a week if required. In fact, I would go as far as to say that perhaps the machine was over-engineered for its purpose. There's certainly a lot of very robust and durable materials that have gone into the making of this typewriter. Nearly 50 years later, it's still printing beautifully.